Hi, this is David Gawley from Pentagon Solutions, and we're going to look at the cool new Junction design tool that's available in Civil 3D 2010. Okay, what I'm going to do is take off the aerial photograph, and you can see in here I've got a simple design somewhere in County Antrim, and I want to place an intersection here. Well, in Civil 3D 2010, all the tools and functions are incorporated on the ribbon along the top, so I can very easily go to my home, and you'll see I've got a junction button. If I click on my junction button, I can specify the intersection point for the junction. So it's going to ask me for my main design road, so I'm going to pick my main design road along Athlone Road here. So my little junction wizard comes up. We can give the junction wizard a name. We can decide on the various marker styles that we want to use, what layers being assigned to it, but more importantly we can look at the junction corridor type. So we can make a decision here whether the primary road crown is going to be maintained, which is this alignment here, or if all crowns are maintained. And you'll see very intuitive, and the diagram will actually change at the same time. I'm going to go next to my next page on the junction wizard, and we've got offset parameters that we can actually review. So we've got the offset parameters for the actual road itself. But if I hit OK, what I'm quite interested in here is my radius curve parameters. And it's very intuitive on the screen, because what you can see is each quadrant, I'm in the northeast quadrant, is being highlighted as I click the next, next and next. So I can go to the previous one. I could actually say, well, this one has to have a 14-meter radius, and it will be updated. We can change the radius curve type, so we could either have the chamfer, we could have a circular fillet, or we could have a 3-centered arc. Again, we can change that variable back again. We can also have a widen option for the incoming and outgoing road. So if we wanted a widening option coming in here for the incoming and outgoing. I'm going to leave it as it is, so I'm going to hit next. Next, I'm going to cancel out that. And the last page of this, we've got the option to create a corridor. So I want to create a corridor of this. We can add to an existing one. Well, I don't have any existing ones on the screen. But very important as well, we can select the assembly set to import. Well, because I installed Civil 3D using the UK and Ireland country kit option, you can see in here that I'm going to use my assembly sets, UKIE XML. So I'm just going to pick up on it, and very simply I'm going to hit Create Junction. It will ask me the question, do I want to specify my design profiles, or do I want to create this intersection with dynamic profiles? That's okay, I'm going to have this as dynamic. I'm going to let it build. It's going to build this within 5-6 seconds, and that's my junction. Of course, because it's got corridor properties in here, if I actually select this and go into my corridor properties, you'll see this. So all the various baselines and regions that's actually required has been created for me. Those of you familiar with Civil 3D, this is a long process before. It might have taken us maybe 15-20 minutes to actually create this intersection before. As I highlight through here, I can make standard changes. So if I look at my main road section here, at this point we could actually just say, well look, let's change this back to my start chainage. So normal Civil 3D rules apply here. If I hit apply and OK, my corridor will be updated. Okay, but the great thing is as well, is if we want to edit the junction, you can see that we've got a little junction symbol in here. So if I select that, I can actually perform various edits in here. So I can say, look, edit the radius of the curbs. So let's look in here. So let's change that to 14. Again, we can go back in, hit the next one. We can make that 14. And we can change them. So if I select my corridor, I can go rebuild and it'll update. But it's also dynamic on the screen. So I can actually pick my alignment geometry here and change it here as well. So I can simply drag it, select my corridor if I didn't have rebuild automatic on, and rebuild it. So that's a quick look, a very powerful look at the new Junction tool in Civil 3D 2010. I'm David Gawley, thanks for listening.